I feel like a star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.
Oh, hello, everybody. Oh, my goodness. Here we are. Hello. I hope everybody is excited for tonight. I'm super excited. I've been waiting all day. I kept looking at the clock. Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? So I'm super happy to be here. I'm happy to talk to all of you. It's been a fun week. If you've seen the Coffee with Colby, we've had some great talks this week. It's been really, really cool. And as you know, I did a Giving Tuesday gift, and we are going to talk about that. I hope everybody got their submissions in, and you are ready, because we're going to, a little bit later on in the show, I'm going to mention who won, okay? So we're not going to give that away quite yet. So here's the thing. I got to tell you, my headphones, look here. So this is the first time. I don't know if my grandmom is watching this, because nobody knows yet, but my earphones are killing my ears. So last Friday was Black Friday, right? And I've been thinking about getting like a second ear piercing for many months. And I thought, you know what? I was in the mall looking for something. I was like, the inner areas got to me, and I was like, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to go get ear piercings. So I went in. And then I got a little over ambitious, because I think it was a buy one get one. So wait, this is funny. So this is why my ear hurts. Look what I did. I don't know if anybody can see. So I went from one hole to all the way up. So it's a little recovery. So if you see me being gentle with my headphones, that's why I just thought I'd tell you. Anyhow, we have a great show planned tonight. Great guest in studio. I'm so excited. I can't wait to introduce this guy, talk about him a little bit. But before I do, a couple little laundry things I wanna talk about. I will be back in this studio this Sunday on Calling Out with Susan Pinsky. This is going to be awesome. We've got Rachel Lang, who's also, a UBN host here. She's fabulous. Good friend of mine. Good friend of Tony's here. And we are super, super excited. We're going to have Drew in the thing and a celebrity guest as always. So I think we're going to have a blast. So if you want to call in, you're able to call into that show. So that's why I'm posting it for you guys who follow me. You got to follow Sunday, okay? Hang in there, tune in with us. But let me just kind of tell you about what we're going to do tonight. We're going to take some callers. We're going to do some on-air readings. 323-992-3115. 323-992-3115. And there's a good amount waiting. And here's what we're going to do. Before we start taking calls, I got to tell you who I have here. All right. I've got a spiritual medium. All right. He is trains around the world. He teaches all over the country. He's got this beautiful, he has got better nails than I've got. All right. So that's a start. That's a start. Better nails. And he actually just got his hair done yesterday. So he's got better hair than me. And we are doing an event tomorrow night. But let me just let you know who he is first. Jack Mario. Hello, honey.
There we go. Okay,
there you go. You got a fur ball. He's got a fur ball. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me tonight.
Yeah. You're welcome. I'm excited to have you. So, and we're gonna do some calls, and we're gonna have a blast. Are you excited for tomorrow night?
I am. I'm really looking forward to your space. I've only seen it online, so I'm just like, yay! I finally get to see it.
It is such a great space, and so we're gonna do an event tomorrow night. There's the flyer there. This is gonna be an evening of messages. It's in Los Angeles, and we don't have much room left, but there's still some tickets. So if you want to grab a ticket, jump on and get it. I put up the early bird special again just for tonight. So grab your ticket if you can while you're with us, because we're going to deliver messages from Spirit tomorrow night.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, so this is good. Jack, why don't you tell me, how did you get started? Like, when did you know you were a medium? How did you get started?
I love that question. So I really didn't understand that I was a medium until probably around 10 or 11 because of like just media and television shows. It wasn't exactly how I was experiencing it, but it was similar enough that I could be like, hey, that seems like it fits me. But I realized not everybody was experiencing what I was when I was about 6 or 7, because I was in class and talking to my friend about this guy that was in the classroom, and he was just thinking I was crazy, thought I was lying, and I was just like, how can you not see them? But it was when I was about 14 when I was sitting at a lunch table, and these kids were just like, I don't get it. Like, you can't do that. Nobody can do that. That's not a thing. And I was like, well, it's like this. You have this guy standing with you. He looks like this. This is what he's showing me. And then you have this guy over here, and he looks like this. He's telling me this, and he says this about your mother. And they just kind of look at each other and then look at people at the table, and they're like, that was my grandfather. So that's how I actually started doing readings at like 14.
Wow. That's really, really fun. That's very cool. So, and then when did you realize it was this calling that you were supposed to do it with your life?
Everyone else knew it was a calling for me before I did.
Okay.
It was probably around 21 that I really noticed that it was just not consuming my life, but becoming more a part of my life.
Yeah.
But I'd been doing readings professionally, like on the side, when I was about from 18.
Okay.
And it was just...
So you were barely legal enough to get one, and then you were giving them.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, that was a fun story, because my first reading was a woman calling me and saying, my daughter recommended you. She said you do readings. She said you charge this much, and I wanted to book a session. And I was like, okay, sure, yeah. And that was 2 weeks out of high school, and by the 3rd week she was coming, and then that's how that started.
Wow. Isn't that fun, though?
Yeah, no, I love it. This is just the best for me. Like, some people say, oh, you have the best job. And I was like, well, I have the best job for me. Like, there are people that, have their own gift, skills, and talents that work for them. And I was like, this is personally what's the best for me. And I love it. It feeds my soul.
Yeah, so. It does, doesn't it? It is really, and there's so much responsibility, I think, with this work too. And I don't know. I mean, I don't mind the responsibility, because as a tax manager, there's a huge amount of responsibility there, and so I don't mind it.
Yeah.
But I do remember going, I was always like, I don't need to do this. I don't need to do this. I don't need it. And Spirit just was like, not about you.
Yep. And my thing wasn't even like, why me? It was always, who am I? Like, who am I to speak for the dead? Who am I to guide people?
Yeah. And
yeah, so I had to work through that too.
Yeah, and I thought, the biggest thing too is, especially for anyone, I don't know if any of you out there, you're doing this or exploring it or, looking into it, but it is quite scary when you first do it. You have this overwhelming thing to kind of want to be right, I want to prove it to you, all of those things. Whereas I think one day, at least for me, what really was a game changer is I just stopped and I said, well, wait a second. Am I coming from a good place in my heart? And it was like, yeah. And I'm like, do I have the best intentions? Yeah.
Yep.
That's it. Like, that's it. And the minute I let go of everything else, then it got so much more fun and easier. And
and that's the thing, is like, this is very serious work, and I always talk about that. I take this work very seriously.
Yeah.
But I have fun with it, because like, they don't want us to be sad.
No.
They want us to realize that they're there living through us, with us.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's super fun. I always say, your loved ones, let me know I'm not crazy, and my family's not as crazy as I thought. So,
yes, that is me.
Because the people we meet and the things you see, and you're like, this is the craziest thing, but would it be this? And it is. So it's a lot of fun, right?
Yep. And doing this so many years and you're still like, this can't be.
Yeah.
Like, I've got to say it, but like, I can't imagine the reaction that's going to come out of this. And it's just complete laughter or a complete release of whatever emotion they needed at the time. And I'm just like, that was the oddest thing.
Yeah.
I remember it was at an audience reading recently, a couple months ago. And I was connecting this woman to her mother. And she brought up the fact of being at the only Dairy Queen in her small town. And I'm like, well, that's weird. And she's like, yeah, she worked at the only Dairy Queen in her small town. I was like,
wow,
that's just bizarre.
Yeah, it's so fun though. It's the things that they'll give and how they kind of come across, and it is very, very cool. So I'll tell you what. How about we take some calls? What do you think?
Good. Yeah, let's do this.
Okay, good. Awesome. So a couple things. You guys know the house rules. If you want to repeat them back to me, what do? We say turn off speaker phones, no buzzing, no blinging. Make sure the TV's off. So we just want that nice, secure connection, so that we have a nice, strong connection, and so that the listeners who are listening in and eavesdropping on your radio reading, that they get to enjoy the experience as well. And if you'll just kind of let us know maybe what your question is, what you're hoping for, if you want to connect to someone on the other side, you're not going to get a full reading. So please don't sit here and say, well, what about this? And I'd like a hybrid. And oh my goodness, no, we got to keep this quick because we want to take as many callers as we can. And some of you get all up in it and then you forget there are other callers. So we gotta, and then I'm like, okay, I gotta go. Okay, gotta go. Oh, girl, gotta go. So anyhow, I do love it. I hope you guys are super excited. And I still gotta announce that winner, which I'm gonna do. We're gonna have a good time. But I'll tell you what, let's take a caller. How about we let's do, I can barely read today. I don't know if I put my contacts in. I thought I did. Let me do number 8, 562. Okay, 568. This is Colby and Jack, and who is this?
Hi, Colby and Jack. This is Chelsea.
Hi, Chelsea. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Oh my God, I'm doing fantastic. Jack, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good.
So I'm looking forward to what's going to come through.
All right. What question do you have for us tonight, Chelsea?
I was just hoping to connect with any loved ones who maybe want to come forward, but especially my aunt who recently passed away.
Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. So
I'll always say I can cast my line to your specific spirit people. I can't guarantee which of your spirits is going to come forward, but I will try for aunt, okay? You said your name is Chelsea?
I totally get it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's Chelsea. Do you have anything first, or you want me to start? What do you want to do?
Let me see here. Okay, so as I link in here, I do feel I have a woman here. I don't know that it's your aunt yet, but I will say I do have a woman here. I do feel that... okay, thank you. Physically, I just feel drained, okay, with her. So would you understand with her passing, though, it would have been physically taxing? And I'm talking, I would have probably had to been bedridden at some point.
That's hard to say. I'm not quite sure how to answer that.
Doesn't make sense.
Okay.
It was...
That's okay. You don't... Well, it's okay. No. Don't make it fit.
Maybe that could be... My grandmother, maybe. She was... Are you talking like extended period of time?
Yeah, I would say that this is like, I'm getting like 2 to 3. So this is either 2 to 3 weeks or 2 to 3 months that I would see like that was just prolonged.
Okay, then yes, that would make sense that it's my aunt. Yeah.
Okay. And I do know that she puts herself in a house. Like if you can see, I've got aunt and then I've got a little house. So would she have passed in her house?
No.
Okay. Let me see why she's giving me that. Because I know she's very specific about her house. And unless there was something about her property or living space that wasn't kept after she passed, but I know that there's something she wants to talk about with the house. And would you also... Okay, what is this? Okay, thank you. And I know she also wants to bring up the fact that Okay.
I'm sorry. She also what?
Okay. What I'm getting with her is one aspect of why she wants to step forward for you is the fact that did you actually see her before she passed? Did you see her in a very just bad space, like physically? Because I feel
I
like
did not. I did see my grandma Joan, in
okay,
sort
so
of.
okay, so here's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go with what she's giving me and just keep going until we decipher for who it is. But I'm gonna go real quick here. I know she's talking about being bedridden. I know she's talking about in her home. And I know she's talking about a lasting imprint with you in your mind. And I know that you would recognize her when you were younger. And I'm talking maybe around the ages of 12, that you would remember her very vivacious, very on the go all the time. And I know she wants you to kind of remember back to when you were a child with her rather than like where you were at. Does that make sense?
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And I do know.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank
Well,
you.
okay, so hang on 1 second, just because we only have a minute, and I like us both to just quickly chime in when we can. So, one thing I just want to say, Chelsea, again, I have a lady that I'm hearing no notice, no connection. So I feel like there's a broken connection between you and her prior to the passing, and there's like no notice, like you get notice after the fact. Does that make sense around this aunt or another female in spirit for you?
I no notice. I mean, possibly my grandmother on the other side, maybe.
Okay, so a couple
sorry,
things.
I'm not-
No,
yeah.
that's okay. What you're going to have to do is, I think what you'll do is you'll have to kind of listen back and see what pieces you can take from both Jack and myself, because I'm not sure if there's just certain things that you're hoping to hear. But just for the sake of time, I'm hearing that there was no notice or no connection, like you weren't speaking to this person prior to the passing. And I also get a "k" sound, like a "k." So I don't know if there's a Karen or a "k," but I'm hearing a "k." Okay.
Okay.
And do you understand the "k" at all? A Karen or a Carol or?
Yeah, I mean, maybe it could be my aunt. I mean, we weren't in as regular of contact as we had been in the past.
And what's
but
her name?
I still felt connected with her.
Yeah.
But maybe that could be could be it.
And do you know the "k," the name with the "k," the Karen, the Carol, or it's a "k"?
The last name is Colton.
Okay, Colton. There you go. And that's your aunt's last name?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. So I just feel like, again, I think like he's saying, because I'm not sure what identifying information you're kind of hoping to hear. I do get there's definitely a feeling with us just expanding is definitely feeling that, you've got this group of loved ones around you, but I do just feel like this one particular person gives me this feeling of holding her hand out to you. So she almost feels like she would have been very nurturing or very caring towards you, again, as you were growing up. But I just feel like towards the end of her life that maybe you hadn't spoken or there hadn't been this connection, because I feel like there's just not a sense of being able to say goodbye with her or let her know how much she means to you. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Okay. I do want to just real quick, and then if there's anything Jack wants to wrap it up with, I do just feel like what she wants to say to you, Chelsea, is I feel like she's just saying, listen, she wants you to let go of regrets, like let go, like use this as an opportunity to reach out to the people in your life now and be open about how you feel about them, because sometimes you can be a little reserved with how you're feeling, and she's saying open up with how you feel, tell people how you feel, and know that I know you were in my heart when I passed. Like I want you to know that you were in my heart and that I'm with you, like I send you lots of love. And there's some sort of you're gonna hear some sort of I heard karaoke. It's not karaoke. It's like disco music. I think you're going to hear some sort of take you back in time song. I swear you will. And I feel like this is her, like, just kind of giving you a little giggle. Okay. Okay. Jack, anything you want to say?
Sounds wonderful.
Oh, good.
No, the one thing I would say of a way she wants to connect with you, I feel like on an emotional level, I feel like if she drew close to you, you would feel overwhelmed emotionally. And I feel like that's why you haven't felt her. And I feel like that's why there's a sense of feeling that disconnect since she died. But I do know that she gives me the sense that you've actually seen her in somebody else. And what I mean by that is like, you're passing someone at a store and like out of the side of your glance, you see someone that looks exactly like her, turn around, and it's like she's gone, and then it's just someone else standing there. And I know that she wants to validate was her. And the reason she gives you signs visually is because of that emotional connection you had that would just be too overwhelming for you.
Yeah.
So she doesn't want you to feel like she's not around. It's just that would be sensory overload for you. You understand?
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
So there you go. See, so that means you do more grocery shopping, and it's like I think too as time goes on, I think you will be able to feel her. I think you'll be able to adapt to it. But I also just feel like maybe just let go of that sadness or that regret that you're having of not being able to have that closure at the end, because for her it's like there is just this enormous amount of love for you. Okay, Chelsea.
Okay, wonderful. Okay. Thank you guys so much.
You're
very,
welcome.
very much appreciate it.
You're welcome.
welcome.
Sending you lots of love. Bye.
Okay, thank you. You guys think. Bye.
Bye. Okay, so it's always tough. I think especially when that grief stage, it's real tough when it's very hard.
Yeah.
All right, let us do. How about is that number 12? Is that a 310? I can't read that. Okay. All right, let's do a local. Local 310. This is Colby and Jack. Who is this?
Hello.
Hello. It's Colby and Jack.
Hi. Hi, this is Rocio.
Hi. Is it Lucille? Is that what you said?
Rocio with the R.
One more time. I want to get this right. Say it slower.
Rocio?
Rocio, okay.
Okay. Rocio. Hi.
Yes.
Do you have a question? Oh, okay. Hello? Are you there? Can you hear us?
Yes, I was just going to somewhere quiet. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Rocio, I'm going to ask you what question you have for us tonight. Were you connecting to spirit? Did you want to connect to spirit, or were you hoping to have an answer about a direction in your life?
More like my niece that passed away, just if she had anything to say to me or anyone in the family.
Okay, got it. And I'm just going to ask, too, real quick, is there a Maria in the family as well?
Yes.
Who's Maria?
My sister, her mom.
Okay, look at that. You see that, right?
Yes.
Do you see that? Does everybody see that? I wrote it. No, I wrote Maria. Look at that. I wrote her name above your name, just because I felt like there was a girl with you.
Okay.
And I'll start real quick, and then we'll let Jack chime in. I do feel like she wants to step forward, but I'm going to be honest, Rocio. I feel like Rocio. I feel like she wants to kind of make a message to her mom, if that's possible, okay? If you're able to give a message. Okay. I do feel like she gives me this feeling of there's a quickness around her passing. I feel like I just feel like there's a slipping away, and I just feel like I don't know if her mom's worried about her suffering at the end, but I know that there's no suffering. I feel like very strongly that she's letting her know that it's very peaceful, okay? She's also giving her this feeling of almost holding on. I don't know what this means. Was your aunt trying to hold on to your niece, trying to kind of hold on to her or hold her up for some reason, like even emotionally or something along those lines?
I mean, can you be a little bit more, like, if she was being attached, my niece or my sister?
Your sister holding on to your niece, like trying to hold her up. Not at the end of her life. I'm saying in general. Like, I feel like she's trying to support her, trying to hold her up. There's a connection where she's saying, I really appreciate you trying to be there for me. I appreciate you trying to hold me up. That's what she keeps saying.
Yeah, probably because my sister was always there for her no matter what.
Yeah, but was there also some struggle around her life or her relationships? It just feels like your niece was having some level of struggle, and your aunt just kept trying to pick her up, kind of get her out of it.
Yeah, I definitely feel that with her. And I feel that there's a connection to always trying to keep her on the right path.
Yeah,
and
that's what I feel like.
And I feel like not that she didn't love her mom in life or show that she loved her mom in life, but I don't feel like she showed her appreciation for really wanting the best from her. And I know she wants to apologize in a sense to her mom because I feel like her mom wonders about their relationship now that she's passed. And I know she wants to quell any of those issues that her mom would have. And Oh wow.
Like if my sister kind of regrets not treating her so well in a certain type of way or something like that. Like, it's okay, Mom. Like, I still love you, something like that.
Yeah, I love you. Like, it's okay. I understand that you were always trying to do the best for me, even though we didn't see eye to eye. Like, it feels like your niece was, they just feel like they were kind of going in opposite directions, or there's this, and I feel like there's this constant reaching out, trying to come back together, and then they'd split off, reaching out, coming back together. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then, right? You
Yeah.
get it too, right?
Yeah, no.
And then I just feel like your niece, she's just saying, I'm okay. Like, don't worry about, like, please know that I understand now. Like, it's almost like she's grown up now and she gets it.
Yeah. And has there okay, is there a wedding is there a wedding coming up in the family? Because I feel like there is either like a sister or a cousin, someone in her generation that she wants to talk about being at a wedding, because I know I'm hearing Todo Cambió by Camila, and that for me is more of a wedding song. Do you know that song?
Wow. That's somewhat of a secret. I've been wanting to propose to my girlfriend.
Oh,
Do it, girl. Yes.
It's
I
no
mean-
secret
And
now.
I've been wanting to give her.
I mean,
I've
don't-
been wanting for her to give me some type of sign, like yes, no, yes, no.
So do
Well,
it.
yeah. Listen, here's the one thing I will say: this spirit is someone in spirit. Okay, it is not the holy grail of advice. It's no different than when the living. So even though your niece is advocating, do this, it's you got to know that this is the right choice.
Yeah.
Okay. And I will say, I wrote down white rose. So I don't know if there's a connection or you've been seeing a white rose, but I feel like there's a connection between this proposal, and that, you know what I mean? So it's letting you know that I agree with Jack that there is a celebration in the month of June.
Yeah. And what I will say is, with advice from spirit, they only want what's best for you and what will make you happy.
Yeah.
So that's all I got to say for that. But but I know that I know that there's also, like, with the Maria, like, I feel like there's someone who goes by a double name. So if it's like Maria, there'd be like a Ana Maria or a Marilu or something like that. But I know that there's a
Well, my sister's name is Maria, but we all call her Christina.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Okay.
That's why she's got the two names. Okay.
And we'll leave it. But I do feel like I will say this: your niece wants to thank you, because I feel like you really stepped in, maybe where she had a disconnect with her mom. Like, I feel like you were either taking care of her or she could talk to you. Like, I just feel like you were an open door for her, and I feel like she wants to thank you for that. Thank you for, like, not judging her, because I feel like for some reason, does that make sense? Do you understand that part?
No, yes, it was. Yes, I get it.
Okay. And I just feel like, now listen, I'm just going to say this. I know she's your niece, but I got to tell you, you two were more like girlfriends, because I feel like you two would get in trouble together. I think you two would plan things. So,
Yes.
don't act all innocent ant-like over here, Rosario.
Yeah, my mom and my sister were pregnant at the same time, so I seen her more like a sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd
So-
also say something about your cooking as well. And it's something about her having I feel like you have your own special dishes, though. Like, there's family dishes, but you, like, tweak your own. And, like, I feel like that's where she's got, like, what she's eating over there. So she just wants to, like, give a shout out to your food as well.
And one
Yeah,
last
I know.
thing. There's something very crazy. I don't even know. Like, we were talking about crazy stuff, so I don't really know. But I saw dice, rolling dice. And I don't know if there's a significance to dice, or you taking a chance, or a casino connection with her. But I am literally seeing some dice. Does that make sense?
Just bring on the luck. I mean, I go to casinos often.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, there you go. I hope that helps. I hope you know she's around you, right?
Yes. And for you,
Yes.
you, like, when you get those full body chills and your first thought goes to her, please acknowledge that, because she's like, come on, what else do I have to do? Like, your whole body goes numb, basically, for a second.
There you go. So, All right.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, and enjoy. And I guess we let the cat out of the bag with the proposal, but it's fine.
As long as your girlfriend doesn't listen to this, you're fine.
Yeah, just don't.
Oh,
make-
I'm sure she's on her cell phone listening.
Yeah.
That's why you call with the disguised
thank you
voice
so
next
much.
time.
What's your fiance's name?
What was that?
What's your fiance's name?
She gonna tell you that. now.
Denise.
Denise.
Oh, mucho amor, Denise.
Yes.
All right. Have a beautiful, beautiful night. And thank you so much for calling in, okay?
Thank you so much. Good night.
Good night. Oh, how cool is
I
that?
love it.
Yes. How much fun is that? So
And tag teaming. It's tag teaming spirit. You
it
know.
is. That's how it goes. It's what you got to do. And, just knowing that those loved ones are around, especially during the holidays, that's what I was, writing this article on is the grief around the holidays and how it can be so heavy and so lonely for people. And so it's wonderful that we've got these little nibblets here. But again, if you've got a question about your life that you want to ask, feel free to do that too, okay? We won't make decisions for you, but we will certainly tap in and give you what we're getting, yeah?
Yes.
Sound
And
good?
I always say it's always up to you. I may say it, but that's on you if you decide that that's what you feel is best for you.
All right, there we go. All right, how about we do, 530? Number 23, 530. Okay, 530, you got through. Who is this?
This is Christy.
Hey, Christy, this is Colby and Jack. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine.
Do you have a question for us?
Yeah, I lost my son, and I was just wondering.
I was just gonna,
you had
Christy.
anything from-
Yes, Christy. I'm so sorry to just cut you off, but I literally was about to write "son." Not you. That was me tapping the table because I'm.
Yeah.
I literally was about to. That is so. Your son was here right when we were answering. That's so. Listen.
So you take this one.
Yeah, I'll
start it.
I'll start because I'm just so he's so eager to talk to you. He's so eager to sit down and say, "Mom, I'm okay." And I feel like, he's showing me the month of November. I don't know if there's a connection to the month of November connected to him. Do you understand November being a birthday celebration or something around the month of November or an 11 for you?
No, I don't know that one.
Okay, you will.
I can't think of a November.
You will, trust me. But
Okay.
yeah, you will, or an 11th. It will catch. You'll see. But he's showing me this feeling of closing the door. So I know that there's also a sense of a quick passing with him as well. Do you understand that? Do you understand?
Yep.
Okay. Do you understand that
Yes.
you didn't? I don't feel like you weren't there when he passed. Is that correct? Or you didn't get to say goodbye to him? Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. He's also showing me you're eager, like you're trying to get somewhere. Like I think you're rushing. You're trying to get somewhere. It just feels like it's too late. That's all. Does that make sense as well?
Yeah, we had to drive a long ways.
Okay. And I feel like, I don't know, is there a connection? And you just give me a no if this is a no, okay? Christy, you give me a no. But is there also a connection to, I'm feeling an accident, but I don't know if this is an accidental overdose or an accident. But do you understand that part? There's an accident.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Is it the accidental overdose, though? Is that what happened?
No.
It's an accident.
Do you want me to tell you?
Oh, well, you can tell me, but there's got to be substances involved around this as well. So go ahead and tell me.
Well, he was probably drinking a lot, and he shot himself in the head.
Got it. Okay, I got to
So that
tell
was
you. Yeah, but it feels so. The reason you hear when we were saying accidental, though, because obviously you would think that that's intentional, obviously, but I don't think it was. Like it doesn't. I feel like he feels like it's an accident. Like he wants to say it's an accident. I feel like you need some closure around that because I feel like. He feels like he was under the influence is what I'm getting. And I feel like he wasn't clear. He wasn't clear. I wasn't clear-headed, he says. And I don't know. I just feel like, obviously he's emotional and going through a lot, but I just don't want you, I just doesn't feel like this was planned or that he was trying to do this. It just doesn't feel that way to me. That's not what I'm getting. So I feel like
to hear.
you need to hear that. Yeah, I feel like you need to hear that. Go ahead, Jack.
It's interesting because I keep writing and circling, well, squaring off, not circling, but the number 11. So I know I know that that's something significant, like Colby said.
It is.
But I feel like this is an age. So would you remember a shift in him around the age of 11, like pushing on 12? But I feel like this was
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And would you also understand writing with him as well? And I feel like there's like either journaling or just writing, but I've got a sense that his words are down, and I feel like that was they're either song something, but they're in a journal like format, and I know someone has them, but I feel like someone was just recently going through them.
Oh.
I
don't know.
Do you have anything where he would have written down like in a it's either journal, notepad type, or not notepad, but like notebook type of writing? And this isn't school.
I was just going through all his stuff in his folder of things he had at his house.
Yeah.
Okay.
His paperwork.
Okay, because that's interesting.
Well, she may not have even come across it
Yeah.
yet. So it could be that looking at a letter he wrote or a card or something along those lines, if that's what you're thinking of the writing.
And I do know because he keeps bringing back to 11. So I know he wants you to know that basically he's at not he's emotionally or anything at the age of 10, but he's kind of back to that liveliness that you remember with him at 10.
Yeah,
okay?
I feel like he's lively too.
And I know. Okay, what is that? Okay, I think I'd like him a bit because there's a sarcastic aspect to him, and it's almost as if like if we're in high school or something, I'm looking at the jocks and just like kind of laughing at them.
Yep, that's him.
Okay.
That's my son.
But I feel like this is does he have a brother though that would have fit that type, that sports type though? Because I know he's talking about that and more laughing at him as well, but not in a bad way. Because I do feel like, would you understand his brother taking it quite hard as well? Because I feel like there was, I feel like to me there's a disconnect with them, in a sense of. We were close when we were young, but I feel when we grew older, there was like kind of a separation where like we'd see each other, you know, around the house or at gatherings and whatnot. But I know that he wants to reach out to his brother and try to alleviate that as well, and let his brother know that he did have a dream about him. Okay, thank you. Say that again?
Who had the dream?
I would say his brother, just because he brings me to a dream, and he brings me to his brother. Mm-hmm. And I do get a sense of them literally just, I don't know if I'm allowed to say shooting.
No, no, you're not. Not on my show.
Okay. Just pretty much just chatting about life. It seemed very mundane to his brother, but I felt like when he woke up, there was a sense of like, huh? But I also feel like there was... I feel like there was a sense of you also having a dream, not of him memory-wise, but like it was almost as he was younger. You had a dream.
I did.
Okay,
Yeah.
so know that was him visiting you, but again, it's a sense of it wasn't a memory from when he was young. It was him showing how he feels now. Okay, so and I feel like that's one thing that you needed to know is that he is perfectly fine, and he does want you to like get out, I feel like you've become more of a recluse, and I know he wants you to get out more.
There you go.
Okay.
And
live.
Yeah, live. And I know it doesn't feel like there's an extended period of time that's passed. And I do want to just acknowledge a doorway. He says he's standing in a doorway. And so I feel like when you feel him in your doorway, in your room, in your bedroom, I feel like it's knowing that he's there with you, okay? I know this is really hard, and I know the holidays are extremely difficult for you. So, I do hope you really kind of understand that he is with you. He's doing okay. It doesn't feel like he planned this. It really doesn't. And so, I do feel like he wants to extend his love to you. Okay.
Do they feel lonely over there?
No, you kidding? They're so all around us and feel so loved and feel so overwhelmed. So please know that he is none of our loved ones on the other side ever feel alone. That is a physical human emotion, not a spirit emotion. Okay.
All right.
Okay. And please celebrate his love, celebrate who he is, this amazing son that you brought into this world and the beautiful experiences that you did get to cherish with him, okay?
Thank you so much. That's been a lot.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. I love your show.
Oh,
How
thank
could you not? She's amazing.
Thank you. All right. Lots of love to you. Lots of love, honey, okay?
Back to you. Have a good evening.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll tell you what, it's amazing. That's such, I bet that brought so much healing and closure to her. And, just knowing that, he's, bringing in his sense of humor too and bringing in who he is.
And I do want to point out to her, the fact that he was bringing up his brother and you just lets you know that he's definitely not alone or feeling alone because he's definitely around you.
Exactly. Yeah.
And what I love is they have a more intimate relationship with us because they can't just look at our face and know that or see our mask. They see our energy for what it is.
Yes.
So they know us at our truest.
Yeah, and they are so overwhelmingly around us. See, the humans, sometimes we don't want to share our feelings. Sometimes we hide them. Mm-hmm. We don't say what we want to say. And we, put all these walls up. But on the spirit side, they have no walls up. They have no walls. It's full of energy and full of love. And yet they can also see beyond your walls. Mm-hmm. So it's so, I got to tell you, I think it's the last thing that we can say they are is alone or lonely. Okay.
Absolutely.
There we go. So we're running out of time. I think we're coming down. What I am going to do is we'll do one more caller. But before I do, let me announce the winner. Don't show it yet. Let me announce the winner of the reading. So this was Giving Tuesday. And what I really wanted to do was give back. I mean, every week you guys show up. Every week people are on My Coffee with Colby, that you follow the show, you call in week after week. You're the kindest followers. I mean, really, I'm so lucky. I'm really.
And if you haven't seen Coffee with Colby, check it out.
But,
my own personal recommendation.
So what I wanted to do, I said, what could I do to give back? And I thought, well, let me give a reading, but like a full reading, a 55 minutes. That's the longest I go. And so I put in this drawing. So hundreds of submissions. And so it randomly picks someone. That's how the system works. It closes down and then it will randomly pick someone. So I want to say a warm round of applause and congratulations to Melissa Reese. Melissa Reese, you won the session. So you will have to email me, info@colbyrebel.com. Email info@colbyrebel.com, and I can give you the next steps. But again, thank you for everyone who threw in a submission and a drawing, and for all of you who shared it. Lots of love, and I hope we are all happy for Melissa because it really is spirit-driven. So she must need this, divinely guided by spirit. All right, so how about we do one quick one? Are you up for that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, how about we there's a ton of 562s up there, but how about 415? Number 9? Okay, number 9, 415. You've got Colby and Jack here. Who is this?
Hello, Colby and Jack. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Yes. Who is this?
My name is Carrie, and my sister recently passed in September, and I've personally had quite a bit of loss in my lifetime, and I'd love if you had anybody from the spirit world wanting to give messages to me or to my family.
Okay, all right. Let me just see if I do it, and then we'll let Jack kind of tune in here too. I've got a lady, and I don't know, I'm not sure if this is your sister, but I've got a lady who makes me, she makes me feel kind of really honestly lighthearted. She makes me feel like super funny. She makes me feel like she's very positive, optimistic is like what I keep feeling with her. So does that make sense around your sister, Carrie?
it could make sense around my sister or my mom.
Okay, hang on. I've got also a connection to breast or breast cancer, or is there a connection to cancer? Sorry, but that just popped in. Did they have breast cancer?
My mom did.
Oh, okay. And then would you also understand a feeling of, but your mom feels like she liked to be put together. Is that right? Like, I feel like mom really took care of herself. I mean, it's unfortunate, but mom feels very put together. Is that correct as well?
Yes.
Okay, got it. I think
Both
I
of
got
them, actually.
Okay. And then okay.
But more my mom.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I feel like I may have mom here. You want to tune into Jack?
Okay, so I've got a couple people, so I'm just going to run through them real quick because I do.
Carrie.
I know that's always so bad when I say that.
Thank you.
But I do. Okay, what is that? I do know I have a gentleman stepping in first. Who would be the kind of dark sense of humor that would come to collect your sister that would be older than her? So father, grandfather, but would have a darker sense of humor.
So my father passed away when I was 12. I don't know if his sense of humor was dark, but it could be my father.
Okay, was your sister older than you though? Because
yes.
Okay, because she would have had to known him. She would have had a recollection because I feel like he came in as the Grim Reaper, just as his sixth sense of humor. But like, I love it. It's not in like any being malicious. It's just him being funny. And okay, thank you. But would you also would you also understand your? Okay, thank you. I feel a lot of pranking with your sister as well, though, so I feel like that might be why he would have done that to her. But okay, thank you. And these seem like the very odd practical joke type of things, and I don't know why I have to say that. And then, what is that? What are you giving me? Okay, thank you. What?
All right, well, I'm going to dive in while you're sorting that out because we got 1 minute left, and I want to try to get this here to Carrie. Carrie, listen, I feel like, too, Mom gives me this feeling of, and I feel like that's Mom. Let's get things in order. We got to get things done here, honey. She's got a minute left. Everybody get in here. So your mom feels super loving. Like she feels like she wants to make sure you know that you're being taken care of, that she's watching you. I feel like you're very protected in your own life. And I know you feel very alone. I know you feel like, where is everybody? But I feel like Mom gives me this strong feeling from the other side. Also, do you connect to a D name? I don't know if it's Diane or Donna, like a duh sound.
Oh gosh, I'll have to think about that one.
Okay,
but like,
and it's Susan
my
too.
Sister, I have a sister named Debbie who's living.
Thank you. Well, that's okay.
Yeah, we don't want to kill anybody.
Okay. Yeah, but that's okay. Do you not think your sister or your mom would want to acknowledge the other sister?
Oh, I know she would definitely.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
But your sister's a strong energy. The one in spirit world, she's a very strong energy herself. I know. Like as Colby started talking with your mom, she literally had me write out, "I'm talking," and I was like, "Oh, yeah, okay." Like it wasn't me.
That's her.
And it's okay. Yeah. Okay, great. And I know that she also really wants to you don't stand your ground as much as you should, and she would give. The best I could say is a regañada, but that's like a good talking to about standing up for yourself, because I feel like it's not that she ever felt it as a chore to be a big sister to you. It's just she wants you to feel empowered in yourself, and I feel like that's something that is really just lacking for you more consistently than not. Okay.
Yep. Thank you.
So stand up for yourself, and whenever you feel that need, and like I literally think you're gonna feel like a sensation in your butt. I'm sorry, but that's your sister kicking your butt to like stand up for yourself. Okay.
Well, there you go, Kara. I wish we had more time to spend with you, but I do hope that little nugget can help you. And like I said, nothing like a tingly bum. So enjoy, and and just know that they are around you, and we're sending you lots of love tonight. Okay.
Thank you so much for both of your readings.
You're
really
welcome.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Have a great night. Okay, yeah. So it flies by. You see how quickly this goes? So I had a great time. I hope you had a fabulous time.
I did.
So we got a quick second. Tell everybody, Jack, where they can find you.
JackMario.com, really simple, and Facebook.com/JackMarioMedium.
And you do private sessions?
Private sessions, group sessions, audience events, private mentorships.
Okay, cool. And you're on social media?
Yes. Anywhere like Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, it's all Jack Mario Medium.
There you, oh my goodness, you can't beat that, can you? So
branding.
It's perfect. You got it. You did it. You must have read my book.
Actually, I have your book.
There you go. See? There you go. All right. Listen, you guys, congratulations to Melissa. Thank you all for tuning in, for watching, for hanging on the lines. I will be back next Thursday night at 5 p.m. So, I from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you. I'm sorry I didn't get to everybody, and just know that your loved ones are with you, and we're gonna talk to more next week. Have a great night, everybody. See you later. Thank you, Jack.
Thank you.
Sometimes I feel like a star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.